You know what time it is. It is time for the main viewer, everybody. We've got so much to talk about. We are live, and we're going to catch you up on everything. We got tons of Star Trek news to cover. But let's be honest, the biggest news of the week, it's kind of a slow news week, it seems. Biggest news of the week. Wait a minute. Did I just downplay what we were going to announce?
Biggest news of the year.
Yeah, no, this is not little news.
So we're going to be talking about Virtual TrekCon 4, everybody, which is in February. It's just 2 months away, less than 2 months away. But more specifically, the first and only Star Trek Awards show, the LLAPy Awards. Earlier this year, we had the very first ever to 2022 LLAPy Awards. And in a couple months, we will have the 2023 LLAPy Awards. That's Live Long and Prosperi, as Mike McMahon calls it. We're going to be announcing a handful of new categories. The voting is going to be starting in just a week, you guys. Voting is going to start all the preliminary things for legacy stuff, and all of the preliminary polls will be going at the latest on December 30th. That's 10 days from today, because the final episode of Star Trek of the year is on Thursday the 29th. That's Prodigy episode 20. Once that is over and we've closed the book on new episodes of 2022, we can open up the voting for everything with regards to 2022 and Star Trek and all that kind of stuff. So we're still going to have some. Anne-Marie is so active.
I voted early bracelet to remind everybody.
That's smart. So everybody that's just listening in, you're missing a lot of fun right now. Anne-Marie's just dancing all over the place.
She's all over the place. Do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do
Yes. I had a lot of devices to change plugs for so that my fuse doesn't go.
Wow.
Only your department.
So everybody, Dr. Anne-Marie Seagull is here, the aforementioned.
Hi.
She's the walking exclamation point, dancing exclamation point. Melissa Longo is here wearing a Radical shirt that she made on Walking Art Made by Melissa, which can be found at theintrovertedrepublic.com.
True that. And keep your eyes peeled, because I have some new items that I'm going to be adding that has never been seen by the world before, and I'm so excited.
The bottom of that shirt says listener too, right?
Yeah. When an idea hits, it hits big, and then you got to go with it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Now, everybody, Dr. Mohammed Noor is here. He's the he's the Dean of Arts and Sciences at Duke University, as well as an occasional Star Trek advisor. He's the Duke of Doctor.
Hello, always a pleasure to be on Falling Towers. No, just kidding. Happy to be on Virtual TrekCon's the main viewer.
Gosh.
And my name is Ryan T. Husk, and it's a pleasure to always be on BioTrekkie.
Yay!
That's Mohammed's YouTube channel. Everybody go check it out. BioTrekkie Explains.
Thank you.
And you're sporting a fun shirt today.
Oh, yeah. I'm wearing a Radical Star Trek Lower Decks shirt from our good buddies over at Paramount Plus. Shout out to Paramount Plus, who is putting out quite a lot of great new content. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's great.
And we have two of our moms in the live chat, too.
Yeah, hi, Mom.
Mine and Dr. Anne-Marie's.
Well, hello to ZZ. Hello, Chris Gavin and Linda Anderegg. Hello, Chuck A. Hello, Mohammed in the live chat. Mona is also there. Hello, Pat B, Dave Gregory, Glenn Iverson. I don't see. Oh, there's Marianne. Hello, Marianne. Yes, we see you all. Hello. Yeah, where's Fran Iverson today?
Oh, I thought I saw her.
Let's see.
Maybe just her computer.
Nope, she's not there.
From...
Oh, no.
Usually they have like their computers set up 5 feet apart. So maybe they're just on one computer today.
That's so cute.
So today we're going to be announcing a bunch of categories for the 2023 LLAPy Awards. And soon thereafter, in the next couple shows, we'll be announcing the rest. Actually, let's very quickly go over the ones that we have already announced.
Can we just
Muhammad,
really fast too go through like their 3 divisions?
I was just going to ask Muhammad if he could explain that to everybody, but if you'd like to, maybe
I mean,
that might
Muhammad's
be even
the best
better.
explainer. But
I know,
basically,
that's why I
there are 3
always ask.
divisions. So there's Legacy, which is all the old Star Trek that came out up until like Discovery started. Then there's Universe, which includes everything ever on screen. And then there's what the majority of the awards will be, which is all the episodes that came out in 2022.
Yeah. And if we ever got a movie come out, then it would include all of the content that comes out in that very year. How cool would that be if we finally get a new Star Trek movie and they could be included? So basically, bottom line is, Muhammad, you know the bottom line, is that the Legacy division of awards, that's everything before 2017. The new stuff is specific to 2022, everything that came out now. Realize there have been 51 Star Trek episodes that came out this year. So this covers all 51 of those episodes. Everything within those are encompassed and involved in the new stuff.
And full length too, not short treks or anything like that, like full length.
That's right.
So start your rewatches after this show.
Yep. And Universe is the 3rd division, which is all encompassing, which is all old series, all new series, all movies, everything. Anne-Marie's like, dude, Ryan, I literally just said all this.
No, but it's good.
But I like explaining things in 2 different ways.
Yes,
just in case.
I'm very
It's
for
helpful.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need people to explain something to me in 5 different ways. And then on the 5th one, I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Or we could have just like skipped right to Muhammad explaining it because
I know, that's true.
Nah. You guys are great.
Muhammad explains it all.
Nah, you guys are great.
He also explains it with a smile, which just makes it feel easier to ingest. By the way, Zizi, we absolutely love working with Muhammad. Isn't he just, are you the person that we have to thank for making him such a pleasant and wonderful and intelligent and friendly and funny? Not that funny, but
he is funny.
He showed himself out.
No.
And photogenic.
That great
you guys
smile.
Are too sweet.
Yeah.
You guys are too sweet. Go on.
Okay.
Thank you. I love working with you guys. You're awesome.
So, and real quick, just to explain how the Star Trek Awards go, here's the best part about it all. It's best for you guys and it's best for us. We don't decide who the winners are. We don't decide who the nominees or the finalists are. The fans do. You guys do all the voting. We stand back. I don't even have access to these polls. I tape my fingers together, or on that Karate Kid Cobra Kai thing, I tape 40-ounce bottles to my hands like that one guy did. He's just running around with 40 ounces.
Oh my God. Oh,
Wow.
dinosaur
Stingray.
arms. Oh, okay.
What?
Dinosaur arms. Oh no, yeah, never mind. Okay, sorry. It's like the same game. Okay.
Melissa's face should have been an emoji right there. It was like kind of a half confused smile, like what's happening?
It's a college game, Kings.
Oh.
So what we do, everybody, is on the 30th of December, we will open up most of the polling. I say most because some are going to even be before that. We open up all the polling in Facebook groups. And sometimes we do things in other places like YouTube polling or Twitter or whatever. But don't worry if you don't have any of those things. No big deal. This is just the preliminary polls. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing is going to be on a Google document that literally anybody on the planet can access. All you need is an email address so that we are guaranteed that you are not voting 10 times to make Major Kira win. Again, thanks, Melissa.
I have 20 email addresses.
She's never done that,
dedicated.
but that's because we put up these guardrails to make sure she doesn't.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that either.
Glenn Iverson had a related question in the chat too. He's asking, do you guys get to vote once the categories are picked, or do you hold off on voting on the categories?
Us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was his question.
I think I mean we're all humans and we're all allowed to vote and we all will vote. I think I might be the only person that did not vote in anything. Like I didn't vote. I
You are such
prayed
a
really
with
hard.
your
I'm like,
morality.
oh, I want Spot to win so bad, but I was like, I don't want to influence any votes, because then, you know, then you get in your head and you start thinking, if I put up the poll and I put my vote, that's the first vote, and that could potentially influence other people to vote
But they
more.
can't
Or my
see your vote.
That's
So
true.
you're pre,
You mean for
we're talking
preliminary.
pre-poll or versus the actual poll. So that's a distinction there.
Right.
Yeah. It's all very confusing, but basically I don't vote. I think everybody else does. Did you guys vote?
I voted. But
I voted
except
in
for
the final.
not in
Only the final.
Well, no, I voted in the prelims too. But I did.
Yeah,
No.
you're allowed to.
Fair.
You're supposed to.
But I didn't vote for the ones that I wasn't, the categories that I weren't that familiar with. I left
That's very
those
important.
blank.
That's a very
Because-
important point. What were you gonna say, Mohammed?
I was gonna say maybe we should explain the pre-polls and the regular polls again. Just for
Yeah,
people who haven't
yeah.
done all this before.
So just real quick on Melissa's point is, when we do in a few days go into the finalist polling, you don't have to know everything about everything. So if you've never watched Enterprise and there's a question about Enterprise, you can just skip it. Don't just vote on something because you don't know the answer and you don't, you know, or if you've never watched Discovery, just skip it. And so that's great. You can literally just vote on the things that you have seen or that you want to vote on. Now, the difference between the preliminary polls and the regular stuff is the preliminary polls are going to be on Facebook and what have you on social media. They're going to be going up in the next few days. And what those are generally are open polls. So if we say, for example, best Klingon or your favorite Klingon of any Star Trek, anything ever, okay, we need to whittle that down to 6 finalists, right? And so we do this preliminary poll and it's an open poll. So we'll auto-populate it with like the obvious ones like Worf and Kern and Kang and Kor and and the Kardashians,
Laurel.
They're all Ks, right?
Laurel, yeah.
Or Laurel, right? Or Kor and Koloth and anyway.
Galron.
Yeah, Martok. So Alexander. And so you guys can go as crazy. You guys can go as crazy as you want. You can add all the ones we've forgotten, but only if that's actually your vote. Don't just like add 50 Klingons just because you can think of 50 Klingons.
Someone
just
else
add,
will do that anyway.
Yeah,
Someone
just
else
add
leave
the
the
one that
comment.
you want to vote for.
Yeah,
And so then
please
that
don't.
way, everybody gets included and everybody gets a chance. The Duras sisters, BL mentions, that's a great one.
Just to be clear, this is not a category. This is an example.
Yeah. It might be though. I like this one actually.
I like
might be
it
in
too.
The future. Yeah. The future Conan. So then we have those open for about 3 days, and then we close them and get those the finalists out of there. It's usually 6, like the top 6. Sometimes there's a tie. If there's a tie, then it's 7 or 8, you know. And then those become the finalists, and we bring those over to this Google document that anybody can vote on. So if you don't want to do social media, don't worry about it. The most important thing is the finalists, because you probably would have picked one of these top 6 or top 8 anyway. That's why they are the top 6 or top 8.
One thing to add to in the finalist poll, we do ask for people to submit an email address, and we do this just to help you. It's not to like, we're never going to email you from it, but it's just to help you, because sometimes
we never have.
Yeah, exactly. We never have. It's true. From the past year, we never did. But you submit it, and we just want to check, because sometimes you'll fill out a poll and then you see it later, like, wait, did I fill it out? You can just go ahead, if you're not sure, go ahead and fill out again, and we'll just use your last entry, you know, and then the other one just gets thrown out. It's not to email you. It's not for any privacy things. It's just to make sure that if you accidentally vote twice, we can pull out the older one.
By the way, in the live chat, our good buddy War Dog Heim is there. That's Bill Erickson out in Montana, and he was good enough to sponsor an episode of the 7th Rule that we released, the full episode of yesterday, Dogs of War with Armin Shimmerman. Melissa Longo was there, of course. And we really appreciate you, War Dog Heim. He's like, I know you kept saying it yesterday. Well, we're saying it again today.
It's amazing.
We do appreciate him. He's a great guy. We love
Yes.
him.
We do.
All right. So did I explain enough the difference
so.
between the two? What do you guys think?
I think so. And basically the pre-polls will run for the early part of January, and then we'll have the final polls later on, just shortly before the LLAPys. I don't know exactly what day it'll come out.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it'll probably be a little bit sooner this time because last year it was in March and this year it's February. But yes, so it's very much coming up.
Yeah.
I'm about to put up a
Oh, are we doing
poll.
poll face?
Yep.
Which is what I call Ryan's face when he's entering a poll and gets really excited.
We can do a poll about polls. It's very meta.
Yeah.
That's
All
exactly,
about
man. You know
polls.
me. You know, I even write lists of what lists I need to write.
Yeah.
So
That's great. I need to be this organized.
and I know I'm not the only person. I know there are about 20 or 30% of the people that are hearing this that are like, dude, same. I bet Muhammad's one.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Muhammad even, I bet, has a favorite document type that he puts his things on. He's like, this list should be on this document and this. I love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I love Microsoft Planner. I don't know what I would do at work if I didn't have that. Oh my gosh. And very much I have like everybody's name who I work with. And if I have a question for each one, I put them in there. And then when I'm at my meeting, I'm like, oh, let me pull up my Jennifer Francis list. I'm like, oh, Jennifer, I want to ask you 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is such a great idea.
I love it. Yeah. And I keep things in there so I can check back on it later. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be a Microsoft shill, but
no. So
are they sponsoring the LLAPys?
That would be amazing.
Totally, we're
Microsoft, if you want, I will say more about you if you sponsor the LLAPys.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right. So our first poll of the day, everybody, is what do you want us to cover first? Okay. The first option is announcing a category. Do you want to hear, finally, since we've been talking about it for 20 minutes, do you want to hear a category that has been announced? Or do you want to, this is where it gets crazy, you guys. Okay, this always takes a little bit of explanation. So last year, since last year was the very first, or earlier this year was our very first Star Trek Awards show, the LLAPy Awards, we had a second mini award show called the Renaissance Awards, because the new stuff was that year and the year prior, and the old stuff was pre-2017. But we also wanted to give a little bit of love to the stuff that dropped between 2017 and 2019, because they were neither here nor there. So we created the Renaissance Awards just specifically to cover that little region. And this year, we're not going to do that again because we've already covered it. But instead, we thought it would be fun to have a category or a division of categories that are like just for fun. They're not like best episode or scariest moment. They are, my favorite example, who in Star Trek Enterprise would be the best bowler, right? This is just for fun because it's theoretical. It's not something that you saw and you didn't see an episode and then pick the best one. It's just a theoretical, or who would make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or who smells the best? Probably T'Pol, right?
She likes subtle smells, so maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. She probably
but
has
she
like
might
a
have that.
sandalwood. I think she smells like sandalwood.
But
right?
it's that subtleness that makes you go, oh, wow, she smells really good.
Gosh. So Melissa's going to have to present this category. That was such an amazing intro.
So the point of all that, everybody, was that this just for fun division, just for the fun stuff, that'll be like a secondary award show. What should we call it? Give us a Star Trek kind of name. Like, remember,
I'm going to give you a joke one that does not work. Live, log, and property. But we can't do that because that would also be LLAPy and it would get confusing. You'd have to I explain it to people who haven't watched Prodigy yet.
trying to think of who's a character in Star Trek who's like
I
super
like that one.
fussy.
Right. That's what I'm give it a like an in-universe name for just the just for fun awards, you know, like
the broccolis.
Yeah, the broccolis or whatever. Or anyway, so we're putting the poll in right now, which is, what do you want to do first? Announce a category or name. You guys will actually be forever naming forever. We're going to be doing this for 50 years. And this thing will be done 50 years in a row based on what you guys decide. So there's our poll.
Could be a Leah Brahms award because she was mad about Geordi like changing stuff about her engine.
I don't understand why it's someone who's fussy.
I was thinking just in the sense
Isn't it just for fun?
Well, yeah. No, I was thinking well, no, you're right.
Oh my gosh, Bob D's got a great idea. He calls it the LLAPys. LLAPhy. It's the live long and prosper, homie.
Oh,
the LLAPys.
I love that.
I mean,
that is very good.
They're going to be a lot. We're going to get a lot of good ones, but that's a very good start, Bob D.
Hi, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. The LLAPys.
Chris Gavin says sold.
Seriously. That's everybody right now that's trying to come up with some.
Yeah, they're lost.
You got a tough task ahead of you because we already have a front runner, I think. Maybe. Yeah. So what we'll end up doing, we're going to let this poll play out first, but when we do end up naming the fun division, you guys throw out all your ideas. We'll get the top 4, put them in a poll, and then you guys vote on it. You just vote. You guys name this award show.
Mm-hmm.
There's
All right.
a lot of love for LLAPys.
That's really hard to beat.
Yeah,
it is really hard to beat.
Give me a beat.
Yeah, that's great.
Bobby says, don't forget to tip the like button.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, please, everybody, make sure to give this video a like. Please make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And if you're just listening in, please be sure to give it 5 stars and a nice review. Thanks very much.
Who's got the hottest nacelles? Mr. War Dog Himes asks.
He only drinks caffeine one way, and it's Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
Okay, looks like people want to name the fun division first, and then we'll announce a category.
Spoiler alert, I voted.
However, let's just at least tell people this, that we're going to be announcing at least 4 categories after this. 3 of them are 2022 categories, as in it's about what happened this year. It's from episodes and stuff and seasons that we saw specifically this year. And at least one of them will be legacy, which will be everything before 2017. And we may announce a 5th one if we got time. All right. Looks like naming the fun division goes for, we could call it the Joy Division. That's a good one.
Like the band?
Joy Division. Isn't that a band? Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
It is cute.
But I feel like somebody might have that copyright written,
like the band?
Right? Yeah, like the actual band. The Joy Division. Okay. So right now, everybody, we're going to be naming this fun division. In the comments, in the live chat right now, give us all of your ideas. We'll put up the top 4. LLAPys will obviously be one of them.
Yeah.
Throw them all out right now. Nothing's too dumb. Nothing's too weird. Put them all out. It can be the broccolis.
That is a really cute idea too.
What's some other fun ones?
Well, Chuck A says the 100 Zooms Award.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Gavin, slower decks.
Slower decks is fun.
That's a fun
So
one.
Mohammed, while they're typing these things out,
Sure.
do we have any other disclaimers that we need to throw out there
about the LLAPys awards
with regards to the LLAPys? Yeah.
I can't think of any other disclaimers. We already explained how the voting works, which I think is fairly clear cut, especially with the pre-polls and then the actual polls. And again, you mentioned that the important thing which we want to stress, and you've mentioned this already, but it's important to reiterate that we are not picking these winners. The public,
Right.
the community is all picking these winners.
Right.
Even if we vote once, we're going to be one out of like hundreds or thousands of
Exactly.
people who voted. So like our contribution to those will be negligible. And again, the pre-polls are what even populate what the choices are. So
Just like the elections.
just like the elections, yeah, exactly.
and
we have the primaries and then we have the
Exactly.
And we have them really spread out everywhere. That's another thing, is we don't want to influence these. So we share them in Voyager groups and Enterprise groups, in Star Trek shit posting groups, in podcast groups, in everywhere. We just put them everywhere. We even tweet them out. So that way we hit as much of an audience as possible for the preliminary stuff. And then when it comes to the finalists, well, that's open to everything everywhere. You can tweet it out, you can put it in Discord, you can email it, you can, everything and anything. You could text it to each other.
There'll be a link on the Virtual TrekCon website.
Yeah, so there's never a concentration in one diehard fan group. Everyone gets a chance to vote, and it's not influenced by one group of people.
And we encourage you too, if you have a podcast of your own, like mention people, let them go. Like
the more sharing, the better.
Too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Go, and but that doesn't mean everybody at home that you can't influence this. If you want to send this into your favorite Enterprise group and you say, you guys, we got to make T'Pol win, everybody. Let's get all together. You go ahead and have your fun.
Yeah, go do it.
She smells so good.
All right. So do we have what do we have so far?
Dr. Holy Dex is fun.
The fun awards, slower decks, the trouble with LLAPys.
Oh my gosh.
Trivial Pursuit.
Oh my god, a piece of the Laption.
Oh my gosh.
Award show award clause.
These are amazing.
It's so good.
They're so creative.
A piece of the action award.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Logged Jeffries tubes.
Spot on award. It's green award. Data's Golden Eyes award.
Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
All right.
So much fun.
So what are the top four, would you guys say? What, everybody in the live chat, let us know what are the top four.
Well, definitely LLAPy.
I was just gonna say definitely LLAPys is on there.
Well, that is a lot of dead air there.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to find one that's nearly as good. The others are good, but like
I'm creating the poll right quick.
There was another one, that other one that was funny.
There are a lot of funny ones in there.
The trouble with LLAPys is funny.
A piece of the action with Laption is so hilarious because it is a piece of the LLAPys action.
This is true. This is true.
Oh my god.
I do like Trivial Pursuit, but it's not a LLAPy thing.
So a piece of the Laption is, so we've got the LLAPys, a piece of the Laption. What else? We can put in two more.
The troubles with, what was that one?
Well, there were two of them. It says the trouble with LLAPys or a Trivial Pursuit. Those are the two versions.
Oh, right. The trouble with LLAPys.
They're both from Glenn.
They're so, yeah.
Those are both good. I was trying to decide between those two myself right now, too. I'm not sure. I mean,
I think
the nice thing about
Trivial
Trouble with
Pursuit.
LLAPys, it has LLAPy in it, but Trivial Pursuit sounds better.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it does have, I don't know. It's always so tough. Orion Syndicate Award, the Nog Legacy Award. Fran Iverson seconds a piece of the Laption. The 10 forwards. Dead Air, another good name.
Yeah, right.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
I was trying to think of something
actually.
I was trying to think of something Ferengi related because they're like the comic relief for Deep Space Nine, but I couldn't think of a good one. Like the Nagus's, what's the Nagus's thing called? The stick he holds?
A staff.
Yeah.
Staph infection.
Well, I was just kind of thinking how like there's the golden turkeys, so it could be like the Latin
Cola awards.
Something with Latinum.
Laughing them. So everybody in the live chat right now, let us know, do you like Trivial Pursuit better or the Trouble with LLAPys?
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit or the Trouble with LLAPys? We'll take one of those and then we'll need a fourth one, maybe Slower Decks.
Or the Rule of
like
Lapquisition.
Rule of Lapquisition.
Oh, that's like the nightclub I'm
you're
opening
on
fire.
Yeah, Glenn is amazing.
He's like, we're born to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Lappy Lobes Award.
Chris Gavin likes Trivial Pursuit better.
Like the Golden Lobes.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I love that.
I like that.
That's brilliant.
I
like it.
love that. The Golden Lobes. Good job.
I like it.
Yeah, because David Gregory said the Lappy Lobes Award. Okay, so we are seeing Trivial Pursuit is the one that moves forward out of those.
Yeah, the Golden Globes. That was great.
I love the Golden Lobes.
Same.
All right. Wow. Yeah. Trivial Pursuit definitely moves ahead. Oh, that's pretty good. JR Poole says Lappy Taffy. What do you guys?
The Golden Lobes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Golden Lobes
yeah.
definitely. Golden Lobes is almost as good as the very first one, possibly as good.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Golden Lobes is like, in case some of them aren't funny, like
It's true.
then Golden Lobes works a little better. I don't know.
That's
They're all
true.
amazing.
Like, what if some of them are not actually like silly, jokey things? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
It's like hilarious.
Okay. Okay,
Well,
that
Moses
one is for
going in.
Dave Gregory.
Linda Andrew
Okay.
agrees. JR Poole too.
Okay. This is going to be stressful. So this is it. Our final four are the Lappies, A Piece of the Laption, Trivial Pursuit, and Golden Lobes.
Oh my gosh.
And here they
This is
go.
a tough one.
Right now. This is it. There's a lot of pressure here, you guys. Everybody, you are deciding the fate of 50 years of award show.
Probably longer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be over 100.
Yeah, because what if some of them, they don't all have to be funny. They could also be like scary or spooky or sad or
Just
weird.
Fun categories.
But yeah,
we're
but those
your
are
front
Such
runner.
amazing idea.
oh
A lot of
no.
them ran into the front there at the beginning. We'll see if it sticks.
Okay, so let's talk about something while they're making their choices on that. Let's announce a category, shall we?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
You know what we should do? We should do a poll that says which should we announce first, and then the options are all of the titles of the things which would actually be announced. I'd be like, well, aren't you announcing them right here? Which should we announce
have
first?
a poll.
Best food, scariest episode. What they're like, well, there's you just did.
Best Rice
Okay.
Krispie treats.
Mm.
I think the poll may be done, even if it's not done. Like I don't see how to
Hey,
catch
this
up.
is like
happening
the
there.
best collective of all time.
Wow.
Okay, well, I don't want to
Wow.
look at that poll yet until we. Okay, so which do you guys want to announce first?
Let's do a legacy one first.
Okay. So, this one's great. So everybody at home, on Friday, people voted on which category. You guys were already deciding what's going to be in the 2023 LLAPy Awards. We put up a few possible categories, and people voted on which category they wanted entered in. So this first announcement is less of an announcement for those of you that voted this one in on Friday and more of a confirmation hearing. Isn't that a thing? A confirmation hearing or something?
Yes.
It's an
no hearing in this case. It's just a confirmation. No hearing in this case.
This is the swearing in ceremony.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for.
I like that.
Yeah.
Swearing in ceremony. Okay. So this one is, who wants to announce this one?
The poll is nuts right now. Anyway. Who is gonna announce it?
I'm pulling up my website and it's loading slowly because of my
Okay, I'll
connection.
just announce it then.
Yeah,
Since
I'll be ready for the
everybody's
next
so
one though.
Scared. Okay, so this one that won on Friday.
Oh.
This is in the Legacy division, which is everything before 2017. That includes 13 movies and several hundred episodes of Star Trek Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, animated series, original series, Voyager, Enterprise, right? And the category is Best Character Arc. Best Character Arc. So, and now we do have a couple caveats, right? One is, this is pre-2017.
Mhm.
So if you are saying Captain Picard had the best character arc, be sure you are not factoring in what you saw in Star Trek Picard, because that's post-2017. But you can factor in what happened in Generations, Nemesis, First Contact, and what was the other one? Insurrection.
Yeah.
Right? You can factor those in, no problem. Or if you think Spock had the best character arc, because boy, oh boy, was he up and down, wasn't he? You're factoring in all of the original series, the animated series, and 6 movies. So you've got a lot to work with there. A lot of characters had some very nice character arcs, like Nog, like Damar, like Worf. Worf has 11 seasons with which to work.
Yeah.
Spock is an original series, animated series, the movies, and TNG.
Yeah.
And TNG, right? Forgot about that. No spoilers, though. Hopefully Sirach's not watching.
Great Voyager ones. I really like Tom Paris's. There's some really great ones.
7 of
Like
9
EMH.
And the EMH Doctor had very good character
did.
development. They
really
changed
did.
over the course of those
T'Pol.
years.
And I was gonna say, and speaking of T'Pol, she's got one of my favorite character arcs as well.
One of these days, we're going to have a poll on the other end of that spectrum, which is, or a category, which is, how to word this, the character that got jobbed the most, like the character that did not get the arc or the writing. Like for me, it's always Hoshi and Travis. I feel like Hoshi and
Totally
Travis
Yeah.
were
Definitely.
introduced, really interesting characters, and it just never really went very far with it. The writers just
Totally.
never
Should've
really
gone
gave them
right.
much.
Totally.
Totally
Or you could
agree.
say Kess. You could be like, well, Kess started off great and then she disappeared. Or you could say Harry Kim.
Oh,
He was great,
Yes,
but he never
ended.
got promoted.
yeah.
Could be a fun one.
Kess. Poor
This became
Kess.
like a superpower, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's not really
She
character
did.
arc, though. It just
Yeah,
became a
she doesn't even
superpower.
care about these awards anymore.
She doesn't.
Okay. So should
Yes, the most underdeveloped characters.
underdeveloped character? Yeah, but it's not just the most underdeveloped, but it's also the character that you would have liked
Had
to see.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that you wanted to see that
Right.
got the most ripped off. So we'll have to figure out a way to word that in 5 words instead of a
You got
paragraph.
ripped off, man.
Yeah. Biggest character ripoff. Okay.
That's gonna be misinterpreted.
So I guess we can close the poll now.
Yeah.
And it's shocking to me. I did not expect this, but
Wow.
make sure to take a screenshot for us, Anne-Marie.
You know it. I have my phone out already.
Not even
Okay.
close.
So everybody listening in, the
Brilliant.
LLAPys, this is insane to me. This is, see you guys, this is why we have these polls, because we don't speak for all the fans. We think something is so great and so amazing, or sometimes when we auto-populate a poll with like 15 potential characters, for example, and then somebody mentions a 16th character and that one wins, and we're like, whoa, that wasn't even in our top 15, you know? So 7% of you picked the LLAPys, which is shocking to me. I feel like
that was
maybe
great.
Maybe part of it might just be like that we talked about it too much. They're like, we're already tired of it. We're already sick of it. You talked about it so much.
I don't know. The Golden Lobes points were really good.
Yeah. So 7% said LLAPys. 11% of you said Trivial Pursuit. 11% of you said A Piece of the Laption, and 69% of you, a whopping number, said the Golden Lobes, which originated from who was it? David Gregory
David
or
Gregory.
Betty? Yeah, David Gregory.
Good
Oh, you know
job.
I'm screenshotting that so that we make sure everybody's getting credit where credit's due.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
That's my screenshotting face.
That's the horse that came out of nowhere and ran to the front of the race.
Well,
And at the very end too, we
Brilliant.
were just about to.
Yeah, just about to give up.
the Golden
Okay.
Lobes.
It's gonna be
It's
like what
just
happens when Enterprise
off
wins
the
the best last episode in Legacy later. That'd be the big, that'd be the big upset.
That would be shocking.
Would be shocking.
The biggest, in a few years, we can do like the most shocking LLAPy award win.
Oh, there you go.
Bob D says, recount. Seriously, the Golden Lobes is pretty awesome.
I have to admit, I voted for it too. That was great.
I did too.
I didn't vote. I never do,
I know you
because I'm not able to. If I put up the poll, I'm not able to. Anyway, so that's pretty fun. I do want to be like the Golden Lobes, aka the LLAPys, but then A Piece of the Laption and the Trivial Pursuit got more votes. So like, I would have voted for LLAPys, maybe LLAPys. Anyway, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll just pretend this never happened. And
it's not being recorded. We're not live.
We introduced a new award
division. Yeah. So that's it, everybody. You have officially decided what this thing is going to be called going forward. That's pretty awesome, pretty fun.
Pretty
and Muhammad is
brilliant.
chomping at the bit to announce
Pretty brilliant.
another category that will be open for voting in just a few days. Which one do we want to do next, Muhammad?
And do the one I have highlighted. Can you see what I have highlighted?
We talking about Google Sheet.
Yeah, Google Sheet.
Oh.
Let's see, where is it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
These take some explanation. Yeah.
It will take some explanation, but that's okay. I'm up for it.
Mhm.
So this is
Ooh.
one now. So this is a
Into it.
2022 award specifically, though I guess it wouldn't matter in this particular case, given that what the topic is. But
Well,
it's
that's
also
the division. Yeah.
that's the division, exactly. But this is one of the ones that is series specific. So we have some awards that are 2022 that are open to all the series, and some that are specific to Prodigy or Lower Decks or Discovery or Picard, or in this case, Strange New Worlds. So
Let's also toss in this quick item, which is that last year we had Discovery had specific awards. They had 2 divisions or categories that were specific to them. This year, Strange New Worlds is the brand new show, so they've got 2 awards specific to them.
And also
Another
with a
thing
full season like happening. So like those two things.
Another thing we forgot to do real quick, Mohammed, is to tell everybody which categories have already been announced.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Maybe we should do that first.
Yeah, we'll do that real quick.
Sure.
Of the new ones of 2022, we've got the best new episode of 2022. This is basically the biggest category we have. There are 51 episodes that were released in 2022. Which is the best one? This is another reason why I don't vote on these polls, because I would not be able to pick one.
So many to choose from there.
51. So that's one. Also, most rewatchable Strange New Worlds episode. So this is the other one that is specific to Strange New Worlds before the one that Mohammed's about to announce. So this is most rewatchable, right? The one that you could just you're about to go to bed and you say, you know what I'm in the mood for? I want to see that Renaissance Fair episode, or I want to see the Gorn episode. Which one? There are two of them. Or I want to see the Freaky Friday episode. Which one's the most rewatchable? And then we have the best Easter egg of 2022, which is going to be probably the most insane and raucous and hectic poll we've ever. They're probably gonna be like 400 answers
at least.
Then in Legacy, that's pre-2017, we're gonna have, last year we had funniest next generation moment, funniest moment in Next Generation. This year we have funniest moment in Deep Space Nine.
That's the opposition.
Yeah, a lot of good ones there. That. Then we also have last year we had what was the best first episode of a series in Legacy. There's 6 series, so which one had the best first episode? This year we're going to have which series had the best last episode. Mohammed was referring to that one. He said, well, maybe we'll be wrong. Maybe Enterprise will win that one. We don't think so, but maybe it will. Then we have now best legacy character arc. That's the best character arc before 2017. Now in universe, that's which is old Star Trek and new Star Trek, TV, movies, everything. Best kiss.
That was the best.
Mohammed and I did not come up with this category.
Best romantic kiss.
Yeah.
With candles and oysters.
Yeah. And not kissing the Negus' staff.
Plus or minus bathtubs.
Or on the promenade.
And the last one we've got is also universe, new, old movies and TV series. Best musical instrument moment. That is a Star Trek character playing a musical instrument, whether it's Data performing, what is it, violin, or Harry Kim and his clarinet, or Picard and the flute, whatever it is. What do you think is the best moment of a Star Trek character playing a musical instrument?
I'm just gonna caveat that I know Janeway and Chakotay didn't kiss in a bathtub. I actually meant the Rikers. Okay, I don't want letters.
Great. All right. Take it away, Mohammed.
All right. So back to 2022, Strange New World specifically, which of course all Strange New World so far is in 2022, but just so you know, this the category area. The category, the voting will be on most interesting character. And there's the caveat here. The caveat on the most interesting character is it's one that appeared in 2 or more episodes. So, for example, Angel, I think that was her name, does not count. So it has to be a main character or a recurring character. So like T'Pring would be fair, Ortegas obviously would be fair. So somebody who's in more than one episode in this season of Strange New Worlds. So feel free to pick.
You're muted, Ryan.
Oh, they're talking to me.
There were a ton of characters that were introduced in just one episode, and they will get their love in the future because, we're going to have many more years of this. But specific to this one, since Strange New Worlds is a new show, we want to really focus on this new cast. And so that's going to be, T'Pring, Spock, Pike, Ortegas,
Nurse Chapel.
Uhura,
Dr.
Nurse
Sam
Chapel,
Kirk is fair. The check ace
Yeah.
is Sam Kirk. That's fine.
Lieutenant Kirk, absolutely.
The
Hemmer.
captain who hooks up with Pike.
So
Actually, Jim Kirk does not count because he was only in the last episode.
I thought he was in the last two. Was it just the last one?
Jim Kirk.
Yeah.
Was he? I think he was on the last one, wasn't he?
We'll have to look that up.
I know Sam Kirk was in multiple. I thought Jim was only in the.
Yeah,
in the
Sam
finale.
was definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So now people might be wondering, why are we so very specific and clear on this? Well, because we also have another category that we do every year now. We did it last year and we're doing it this year, which is best new character. That means a character that was introduced in 2022. Okay. This is the third category. Best new character, or most interesting new character is actually what it is. Most interesting new character. Now, what does that mean? Well, almost all of the people we just mentioned that were available for the category of most interesting new character in Strange New Worlds, they can't be in this because they were not just introduced in Strange New Worlds. Pike and Spock and Una were in Discovery #1. Uhura, T'Pring, Sam Kirk, all of those people, M'Benga, Nurse Chapel, they've already been introduced 50 years ago. They're not new characters.
For Sam Kirk, he was only there as a dead man.
Yeah, them's the breaks. So this category is specific to a new character that was introduced in 2022. So Muhammad's example, Angel is open to winning this one. The Diviner, for example, no, because he was introduced in episode 1 of Prodigy, which was 2021. But everybody else basically, if that all makes sense.
Lots of love for Mochi in the live chat.
For recurring character Mochi.
She is recurring. Oh, she's like, pet me, come on.
Comply. I love it. I think that's gonna be a fun category. It'll be interesting seeing what people are most excited about this year that just came out.
I can't even wait. And I feel like there is potential for this to get like tons of write-ins also, which usually when there are a lot of write-ins, they're like, it's pretty clear like who the finalists are, but it's still really fun to read like even number like 75 on the write-ins.
Totally.
They're all such good memories.
So a fun game for me to play is figuring out which characters are eligible for both of these categories, which means that they were in 2 or more episodes of Strange New Worlds, and they were a new character never seen before, first introduced in 2022. By my count, I only know of 3. There's Hemmer, there is Ortegas, and there is Lieutenant La'an.
So
how about the daughter of the doctor?
Oh yeah, she counts.
I think she was in more than one
That's
episode.
awesome.
Yes,
I just
absolutely.
have to
She was
do
in
a
3, I
caveat,
think.
Yeah.
That BS or BL just reminded me of that Ortega's name was in like a preliminary document for TOS, but then was not on TOS. So it's on screen.
Yeah, so she's out. She's eliminated. Just kidding. Yeah, she was never on screen in Start. That would be so rude if we're like, nope, she's out because somebody thought of her at one point. That's a great question, though. That's really good.
It
Good
is.
one.
But
because that
no
is
actor got paid for that role. So
we were not introduced to Ortegas until 2022. That's the first time we were aware of her.
Right.
Yeah. Great question, though. Good knowledge. Who was that? BL?
Yeah, I love that. Somebody watches Larry.
Remember the name of the kid, though? Do you remember the name of the kid? The doctor's kid?
Good question.
No.
She was fabulous.
She was very good.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Okay. So seems like everybody's got their
He was
questions
so good.
out of the way. What was everybody in the live chat? Let us know Dr. Mbenga's daughter's name. I think she was in 3 episodes.
Oh, Rakia.
Rakia.
That's right. I can hear his voice saying it. Yeah, that's right.
Rakia.
I love him so much.
All right. So we have one more category to announce, I think, maybe more. Who wants to handle this one?
I'll do it.
All right.
All right, so this is in the category of universe, right?
The division of universe.
No, the new division of new
Yes.
2022, and that is best antagonist.
Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun.
Need the Darth Vader music. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Or we could have the Gargamel music from Smurfs.
Dun 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 dun. Right?
Dun,
My
dun, dun.
Smurfs or whatever. So this was one that we had last year, right? And again, I hope you guys caught every word that Melissa said there, because this is specific to an antagonist that appeared in 2022. It doesn't have to be a new antagonist or an old one, just one that was in an episode or more of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Who won last year?
That's what I was about to ask too.
Let's check.
Wasn't it the DMA?
Best
Was it?
antagonist in new Star Trek. The winner was the Packlet. Nope,
Oh.
sorry, it was not the Packlets.
That would have been funny.
But it was the same series. It was Badgie Lower Deck.
Oh.
That's right. That sounds familiar now.
yeah.
Badgie Lower Decks. So theoretically speaking, Badgie appeared
Yeah.
in an episode of Lower
He did.
Decks
He did.
this year, which means he could win 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow. Setting records already.
But what about Agamus? Agamus could win.
Yeah, that's true.
The Miner's still out there.
Is
Yeah.
Peanut Hamper considered an antagonist now?
Yes.
That's a good question.
Yes,
She broke Rauda's heart, that's for sure.
Raw dog.
Well,
Oh my
and
god.
she's stuck with Agamus anyway because she's an antagonist.
I'm shipping them.
What's the name of the scientist in Discovery? The one who like almost messed everything up.
I really liked that guy.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name now.
I love that episode.
Red alarm.
It's hard to remember that first half of the year. It was so far back now.
All right, so here is our poll of the day right now, everybody. Is Peanut Hamper an antagonist? Or
This
is
a great
she
poll.
or is she exempt from this category? Everybody make your votes right now. The answers are potentially yes or no. Not terribly creative there, but that's what it is.
My reasoning for yes, she's in jail because she antagonized them.
Exactly.
Maybe she's just
Fair point.
misunderstood.
Well, like Ducat.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
Ducat,
statues
everybody
of her
knows it's not
anywhere.
an antagonist. He's a friend.
Just
Statues
misunderstood.
Yeah, that was definitely true for Kai Wynn. Like she was very misunderstood. She
course.
deserved to be the leader, and just nobody gave her the respect she earned.
Nobody realized it or liked
Yeah.
her in any way.
Pretty overwhelming support for one answer on that one too. Again,
And-
Mama Wukui. Peanut Hamper really pissed me off. I don't know if I said her name right. But
It's interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm mad at myself. I can't remember that guy's name from Discovery.
Especially because I looked
That
it
ran
up
off with
earlier
books.
today. Yes. Because I really liked him.
Yeah. I don't want to open my browser because it makes my Zoom freeze too much. So
Okay.
Mhm.
So I have two
All right,
devices.
so looks like we can close the book on that one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
91% of you say that Peanut Hamper should be allowed to participate in the villainous antagonist category.
Mhm.
And 8% of you are like, what? No, you're crazy. She's
Like
nice.
one vote.
All right.
Yes, ruined Tarka. Okay.
That's it. Tarka.
Tarka,
Thank you.
very
I was
nice.
trying to pull it up on
Good
my
knowledge,
phone.
Chuck.
But yeah,
He was good.
it was good.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and Agamus and what about the 10C?
What about Essentia? Or is
Ooh.
she
Oh, yeah.
was she seen in the background though in the first episodes of Prodigy that came out last year?
She would still be an antagonist of this
Okay.
year, either
That's
way.
Oh yeah.
With
I
the
don't know about
10,
10C. That's a borderline one. Yeah,
well,
that's a good
look,
question.
let's look at it this way. An antagonist is not necessarily a villain.
It's true. Good
An
point.
antagonist is not necessarily a bad person or a bad
Yeah.
guy or a villainous. An
Yeah.
antagonist is just the person that causes the conflict with your protagonist or protagonists. So I would submit that the 10C is an antagonist that eventually gets resolved to not be an antagonist anymore, right?
Okay.
Would
That
you-
She would say it's
sounds
that and not the anomaly itself. The anomaly is solidly an antagonist. So is it the
Oh my
people who
gosh,
spawn
what if
them?
the DMA gets nominated 2 years in a row for best antagonist?
Right. Well, because Discovery season 3
Oh my
bridged
gosh.
both
Yeah.
years.
They did.
So it had the first 7 episodes in 2021 and the final 6 episodes. So how funny would it be if like they go in 2021, the DMA is like one of the biggest antagonists. And in 2022, the DMA is one of the best friends because it changed over the course of the next year.
And then best arc.
There you go.
Right.
For the future.
Do we consider
Obviously,
the DMA
that's legacy.
a character?
That was the issue about last year's.
Oh, well, then we decided that it was then, I guess, because it was in.
Because it was like that and Grudge, and we kept removing Grudge, and then we just ended up leaving the DMA.
You had a
'cause it
real
was
grudge
like,
about that
yeah.
cat. You hate cats.
Oh.
I'm
I know.
allergic. I don't.
Oh yeah, I am too. I still love them, but I am
They
allergic to.
send me to the ER.
Oh man, you're way more allergic.
Oh.
Yeah.
They just make me sneeze and stuff.
Like they just make me sneeze. Relax.
Yeah.
All right. Chuck A says, wow, it's 35 below here and wind chill.
Crazy.
Oh, with wind chill overnight tomorrow in Colorado. Good golly.
Oh yeah.
Miss Molly.
Miss, I was just gonna say that. Beat me to
Yeah,
it.
Marie.
Great minds.
Like I don't mind the cold, but I do mind the very cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know what? We
What?
did have a 5th one that we could possibly announce, you guys. Let me check very quickly if I think we did land on this. I'm going to put this in our little secret chat.
Best Klingon? Oh no, I'm just kidding. That wasn't
Do it.
Oh yeah. I think we did settle on that one.
Oh, sure.
I think we did, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
You good, Anne-Marie?
Yeah.
Do you know what we just said?
No. I felt like whatever Muhammad.
She's ordering sushi right now. She doesn't care. She's just hungry. Last chance, Amory, before we announce it.
Okay,
To
wait.
stop
what were you
us and
gonna
tell us
say?
we
Okay,
well,
wait.
check the chat.
The Zoom chat.
Oh, okay, it's because I was reading stuff on my phone. Okay. Yes, do it. Do it.
All right, that's 4 for 4. So everybody at home, you are getting a bonus announcement. Let's
Maybe the Gara cans.
I'm
Just for
actually
memes.
really
He doesn't
excited
actually do
about this
that.
one.
Yeah,
Me
I think this one's great.
too.
I'm actually really excited for this one. This one's gonna be so much fun.
It has the same nuance as the Strange New Worlds one too.
Yes, exactly. Sim, you want to tell them what it is, Mohammed,
Sure.
please?
Sure. So this is for, I started to say it's for universe, but really it just applies kind of to one series. So the
Legacy.
question, or to Legacy, sorry. So the question is, how do we word it? Most interesting or best or favorite? I guess it's favorite, right?
I thought favorite.
Favorite?
What do you think?
I think it was favorite.
Let me just take, yes.
Okay.
Like,
So
let me
the
check my
question
notes
is-
in my Star Trek notebook.
Because
Oh, nice.
in the notes, we had plenty of time to think about it and bounce it around, but asked on the spot, I panic. I'm like, I don't know. What did we decide on? I don't remember.
So the answer is favorite Delta Quadrant species. And again, there's some nuance here. So number one, it has to be something that was in more than one episode. So like the Komari would not count, for example, because they're just in one episode. But
Good
the
knowledge.
Vidians would be perfectly fine. The Kazon would be perfectly fine. They're horrible, but they would be perfectly fine.
I think we said it
Yeah.
favorite species introduced in Voyager, because that way if
Yeah,
they show up,
just
like
put
for
that in the live
example, in
chat, yeah.
Prodigy.
Got it. Introduced in Voyager. The other thing too is something like the Borg in this case would not count for exactly the reason that Anne-Marie just said, that Dr. Anne-Marie just said.
Well,
Right. So for example, Chuck A and JR Poole are both saying 8472.
Perfect.
Yes, because those
Perfect.
were introduced specifically in Voyager. So we might not even want to word it as a Delta Quadrant species, because do we even know if 8472 was in the Delta Quadrant? They're like in a different dimension.
Oh, it's true. Fluidic
So-
space.
yes.
Exactly. Very good knowledge.
And then so introduced on Voyager and
Wow.
in 2 or more
Everybody's saying
episodes.
8472. This is nuts. 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
5. Everybody's saying 84. I'm surprised by
Oh
that.
my God, they've
But
been
remember-
taken over
Intriguing.
telepathically by 8472.
You guys,
They're
we
being
can
controlled.
do the Vidians, the Kazons, the Malons. What were that? What was that?
Talaxians?
Hunter,
Hirogen.
Talaxians, Hirogen. Thank you. The Okampa,
Mhm.
right? We got all
Yeah.
like there were a lot of really, and that was the tragedy.
Even
I thought, in Voyager.
what's it called? The guard. What's it called? Not the Guardian. What's the thing that brought them
Caretaker.
over? Caretaker.
2
yeah.
episodes. You're right.
Caretaker.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
Because what I thought that was like the big tragedy of Voyager is we're introduced to these great alien species, and inherent in the show, these species have a shelf life. I mean, they could keep finding excuses for the Kazon to keep bumping into them, but really, the whole point is Voyager's leaving. So
So
Right.
Malon was one you mentioned earlier. The Malon.
yeah,
too.
Malon. I
I
love
love
the
that.
Malon. Very.
There's a lot of
cute.
good choices.
I can't
And then
So
there's the
sorry,
Kazon.
Chuck A,
Bernari
but
is-
Tuvix was only in one episode. Otherwise, boy, we'd be excited to have that race
Mhm.
as a winner.
Whatever that species was.
Hirogen was so cool.
Faith Howell says she's actually an 8472 in a human suit.
Exactly.
I liked
Are there
them
any-
because they were so intriguing, and they were, to me, a little bit scarier than the Borg,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
personally.
That music they used with them was intense too. I remember when they first introduced them, like, whoa.
Tripedal, right?
I
They
agree
were.
with Faith Howell. I love that Boothby episode. Oh, where they're all like fake people. Oh, so good.
Oh, I like
Feels
that
like-
one too.
See, I'm used to fake people living in LA, so it didn't do anything for me. Oh, is that a joke? I meant it seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Are there any other aliens we're forgetting? I guess maybe there aren't a ton. Maybe there are only like
So
7
I
to 10
have
of
to
them.
go back and look that like telepathic race, like that in the episode that includes Counterpoint. Those people who are like against telepathic people, they're like telepathic racist.
Mm.
I don't know if it's always the Bernari or if it's different ones. I have to go back and look at that one. But I mean, people write it in anyway.
And whatever species
Right.
Icheb is, obviously there's more than one. I forget what his
Brunari.
Oh, yeah.
He was Brunali.
No,
he was a
he's
Brunali.
Brunali. Brunari is, I think, is the name of the telepathic, like the ones where they get in Counterpoint.
Yeah. So yes. Did we see any other Brunali other than that one character?
Oh, Icheb. Well,
Oh,
they
wait, there was an
went
episode
to-
where we went to
they-
Icheb's home
Exactly,
and met his
yeah.
parents.
Right. So you do have a lot to
Mark
work
Allen
with,
Shepard.
because you saw
Yeah.
Icheb in like 13 episodes ish.
Mhm.
Plus you met his parents.
Mhm.
So you do know a little bit about the Brunali. Mhm.
And, well, yeah, there was a whole tribe of them.
Mhm. Let me see if there's.
And,
Yeah, there's the Brunari and the Brunali, but he was
Exactly.
Brunali if I
and
remember
Bernali's
correctly.
like from Counterpoint. That I just can't remember if that was like a little bit of an arc or because I always when I get to those episodes, I watch them all in one sitting because they're so good. So I can't tell if it's where one starts and another begins.
What
So
about
speaking
the
of that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Denali? Wasn't Denali?
That's Happy Denali. Oh, that's Denali.
I was thinking the same thing too.
Who's Denali? Dinar Rappel?
What were you gonna
That
say,
was,
Mohammed?
I was going to ask, what about two-parter episodes or continuation, like Equinox
I
Part
think-
1 and 2?
Ooh.
Oh, that
Well,
counts. I
two
think.
episodes.
Muhammad, you just said caretaker,
just-
so yeah,
Well, Caretaker
Well,
wasn't because
no,
there's
'cause
another one with
Caretaker-
there's a
with
Caretaker
Gary
episode much
Graham.
later.
that's true. So caretaker was in 3 episodes.
Yeah. But I wasn't sure about like Equinox
it
Part 1 and
does
2
say
or
I say
Workforce
two
Part 1 and 2.
episodes or more.
I thought the
and
same thing
that's
about Workforce.
technically
Yeah, because otherwise we're making too many caveats. If we
Yes,
say
2
like,
episodes or more.
if we say 2 episodes or more, unless it's like like a 2-parter, or unless it's one we don't want to win.
It aired as
or-
a 2-parter, but on Netflix it's listed as 2. Like no,
Mhm.
just 2 episodes.
it's got its
aired.
own IMDb rating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's actually a good point. That's really good. What was the alien race that you were asking about?
I was thinking the one in
specifically?
Equinox, those things that were coming out of another dimension and attacking them, making that high-pitched squeal.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what that just did
that's
my
not
impression.
okay. Oh, that was very good. Marconian might be one. I don't remember what
Yeah.
exactly. I feel like I remember them in more than one. Okay. Anyway, so everybody at home, let us know if we're missing any, but it's not. Oh, the Krenim Empire.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one
Yes.
too. That's an interesting one.
Very
Yeah.
good, David Gregory. That was multiple episodes.
Year of
right?
Hell. Yeah, Year of Hell.
Okay. Anyway, so we
Wow.
don't necessarily need to know all these now. This is just fun, but these are all available for this one. This one, I really like this one. I love the
Yes.
creativity that comes into
Yes.
creating new alien races, especially ones that
Mm.
are memorable, that, you know, they're not just like a plot device for a specific episode. They're actually like in multiple episodes, so that we start to really get to know them and multiple characters within that
Mhm.
race. It's really fun.
And not
These are so
necessarily
good.
humanoid, which is really exciting to
Mhm.
see.
Absolutely.
Exciting.
I love
Okay.
these categories too because it just makes me want to go watch Star Trek.
Totally.
It's so fun. I love it
was
so
think-
much.
I was thinking at the beginning when Ryan was saying, like, if you haven't watched all of Enterprise, you don't have to vote. I was like, or you could just go watch all of Enterprise.
Yeah.
The time is now. You're probably off from work for 2 weeks, everybody. Don't pretend like you not. Some of you aren't, but a lot of you are. I'm off from work.
Later on, we'll have
Forever,
polls
I
like,
guess.
what did this inspire you to go watch?
Oh, I like that one, Amber.
Yeah, I feel like watching that Phantome Milan episode. I love that one.
I want to go back and watch Year of Hell again. I heard the Krenim Imperium, or I guess it said Empire, but I think it's Imperium, isn't it? I
So
think
good.
I want to go back and see that. Ooh, great pair of episodes.
Doing
Oh,
another
sorry,
poll right
I
now.
misspoke. Thank you, Faith Howell. It's not Mark Allen Shepard. It's just Mark Shepard.
Yeah.
Mark Allen
Oh,
Shepard
right,
is
right,
Morn.
right, right,
Mark
Morn.
Shepard
Morn.
is the one who played Shep's dad.
And he was in Battlestar Grammatica too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should
in
not-
real life, he was like the grandson of Ira Graves. Interesting.
Know that.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
So the question, we're putting up a poll right now. The question is, which series are you now inspired to watch?
Love
And
it.
the answers are the ones that I feel like we kind of talked about the most just now.
Animated series?
Enterprise,
Just kidding.
Voyager, Lower Decks, and Prodigy. Oh, we also talked about Strange New Worlds. Should we take out one of those and put Strange New Worlds
Yes.
instead?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? If
Yes.
we took out, added Strange
Take
New Worlds,
out-
who do we take out?
Lower Decks.
We did talk about Strange New Worlds more than Lower Decks, right?
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Mhm.
That's fair.
We did.
Okay.
And they have 2 categories this year.
Yeah.
This coming year.
Yeah. And also don't forget victory is like for liking the video.
There's exactly.
I do feel like people need to go back and rewatch Discovery
Strange
too, though,
World.
since
Oh,
Discovery
yeah.
is so early in the year. I feel like people are like forgot, like,
Yes.
oh yeah, that was in February.
Well,
I don't remember.
this is my biggest concern about this stuff.
Yeah.
Is that there were some really good episodes in January of this
Yeah.
year. And by the time people are voting on this stuff, it's going to be 10, 11 months old. And they're going to be remembering the Strange New Worlds episodes and Lower Decks. They're going to be remembering the final 10 episodes of Prodigy. But will they be remembering Picard or Discovery as much, or close to my heart, the episodes 6 through 10 of Prodigy? Episode 6 was the very first episode in 2022, Kobayashi. And when I saw that episode, January like 3rd or whatever it was, I remember thinking, what a travesty.
Yes.
I already want this one to win the LLAPy Awards for best episode. I was already thinking ahead, and I'm like, it's going to be forgotten a year later by the time the voting is up.
Later, yeah.
Wait, January 3rd. That's your birthday, Melissa. Happy birthday.
That is my birthday. Soon, less than a month. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Weird.
So right now, the poll seems to be heavily favoring Voyager because we talked about all those alien races and all those episodes, and it's fun stuff there.
Enterprise is in second, yay.
Poor
I
Enterprise.
need to do an Enterprise rewatch. I watched it for the first time in 2020, I think.
It was recently. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was so good. It was so good. All you naysayers, I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I don't rely on
They're
other
wrong.
people's opinion.
J.R. Poole says Mark Shepard was also in Doctor Whom, which Ryan refuses to watch.
I just finished the Peter Capaldi season. Oh my
wow.
God, it's so good.
Peter Capaldi sounds like a tennis player.
I
It
love
was
him.
so wonderful.
And his accent.
And then like no shade, but then like he regenerates to Jodie, and then like the second the Doctor who regenerate to a woman, she can't drive the TARDIS. I'm like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
I need a few days before
And then
I
she
continue
meets
watching.
four companions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm sure like the one who can't drive the TARDIS does not need to be the woman. Okay,
right.
That's a little
Hey, so very
never
quickly,
do that.
there were a couple quick news items that I wanted to hit very quickly. If Melissa, you could walk us through this Trek movie article real quick. Admiral Janeway's log explains how Chakotay gave Starfleet a sliver of hope in Star Trek Prodigy. You want to give us the cliff notes on that?
Because he prematurely somewhere else. He prematurely did something with the
She literally says prematurely in her log.
Yes, she does.
Her words, not ours.
But it
Ryan's
but it made the
prematurely from enemy hands.
Yes, prematurely from enemy hands.
Okay.
Which didn't allow them enough time to finish the weapon on the protostar. So it doesn't work as somebody has to ignite it manually.
Yep. It was a really good starter log.
My mistake. Jeez, I didn't know what I was getting into with that one. Can't take these guys out anywhere. All right, moving on. Moving on.
But she does say premature.
Secondarily, this is just a fun little tidbit, everybody, in the world of social media. Terry Metalis from Star Trek Picard says Hope everyone is getting a little R&R and much needed shore leave. I'll be in here. Whoa, what is
These
going
are
on
epic
here?
holodeck programs. These are like the greatest hits of TNG. First of all, Cafe des Artistes is that one from like season 1, I think, where they say we'll always have Paris, which is like a horrendous episode because it was written during a writer's strike, but it's so fun they included it.
And there's also Chateau Picard. There's Dixon Hill, Henry V, Low Note in New Orleans. There's Moonlit Beach on Earth. Sandrine's Place in La France. 10 Forward, Los Angeles. Woodland Park, Earth.
So like, is Moonlit Beach where Geordi has that date where he is the violinist and they drink Coco No-Nos? And then she leaves? So fun.
Kokomo. All right. So that's a great tweet by Terry Metalis.
Yes.
Great. And it's just like,
I don't know what Woodland Park is. Is that where Data goes to practice whistling and Encounter at Farpoint? I just don't know.
Maybe. Where he's sitting in that tree.
Well, you know, there's something called Memory Alpha.
Yeah. Now, also, Anne-Marie, can you walk us through this third and final quick news item here? It's from our good buddies over at Den of Geek. It's entitled Patrick Stewart on how Star Trek Picard redefines the next generation crew.
Yes. Oh, okay. So this is like when Ryan Britt was on TMV a few weeks ago, he was saying
our good buddy Ryan Britt.
Yeah, he had just come off of an interview with Patrick Stewart, so he's doing a series of interviews now about that conversation. My favorite being about like the tension with Dr. Beverly that's going to be included throughout season 3. So he's just talking a little bit about how it's not like, I mean, everybody is more nuanced and has continued to grow. And if you scroll through it, like he like picks out a few different people, but I just thought it's just cool. I mean, anytime you have an interview with Patrick Stewart, it's just amazing. It's just amazing also to see like what he's gonna pull from, like what he's gonna mention. And I love that like he mentioned his like with Picard and Dr. Crusher's dynamics so much it got its own article.
Yeah, I like that he mentions that Beverly and Picard have this admiration for each other that has stood the test of time. So
okay, I can't even believe I left this part out. Later on in the interview, I can't remember which of the articles covered it, but at some point he says he finds out that Dr. Crusher, like something to do with both of them happened and he didn't know about it. Dr. Crusher kind of kept it from him. So people are surmising, did they have a kid? And Picard's just finding out about this in this season.
Whoa.
I mean, like, because the wording, it was like wording that like that's where your mind goes. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but wouldn't that be amazing?
So everybody check that out.
Told him that Wesley's actually his son.
Oh my gosh.
No chance.
Wow.
I don't think that'll happen. That's been like
real quick. I also want to point out StarTrek.com, our good friends over at StarTrek.com have a fun little video of the cast of Star Trek Prodigy playing this or that. Go do yourself a favor, go to StarTrek.com, go to the videos and click on these, have a little fun for yourself. You've earned it. And there's a nice little interview with the Hagemans right above that as well. So check that out.
It was so fun. And Brett Gray says, I don't want to be goo.
Love that quote.
It's the best part. I don't want to be goo.
So let's talk about this week very quickly, or is it time for? It's time for a trivia question.
I'm just going to say this one quote from this article where he goes, "The scenes I have with Gates in season 3 are among my favorites because they were emotionally naked, both of them, and vulnerable." I'm like, yeah, bring it on. I've been waiting for this for years. I'm so excited.
I love that.
Is it February 16th yet? Okay.
Let's hit
sorry,
our
now
trivia.
you
We're not ready for the LLAPy award, so it can't be February 16th yet.
No.
That'd be really intense.
Exactly.
So Trek trivia for this week. We had a really tough one last week. So this one I went a lot easier on everybody because I think only one person got it last week. So in this week's episode of Star Trek Prodigy, there was a reference to the Organians. There was a previous reference also in episode 15, but it was a reference to the Organians. We learned about the Organians in the original series, and there was an episode there. What animal did Kor, this is the Klingon Kor, compare the Organians to? Basically, when he kept on referring to the Organians, he kept on saying they are like this animal. And that's not multiple choice. You just have to pick the animal.
Ah.
I like they say Denebian slime devil sometimes.
That's an option. Could be Denebian slime devil.
That's
Maybe
an
that's
I'm
what
just
he
trying to
said.
throw some stuff out. All right. Let's talk about the week very quickly, everybody, because we are just about to run overtime, and Melissa runs a tight ship. She's like, every minute we go overtime is 14 jawbreakers we have to give her, and she only likes the yellow ones. It's weird.
And we give her Toblerone. That's what.
Oh,
that's true.
yes. Woohoo.
So yesterday, the aforementioned episode of Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 24, The Dogs of War, was released. The full review on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Melissa's there, myself, Sirach, and Armin Shimmerman. Sponsored by Bill Erickson, aka War Dogheim. We had a great time. Go check that out. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. The Watch the First podcast is doing family shows. Muhammad, myself, and our very special guest, actress Kelly Park, do our review of the brand new show Willow on Disney Plus. So go check that out. Willow.
If we liked it, see if we hated it. Never know. But watch the first of things.
I just thought it was finally the day you were going to say you're doing Bob's Burgers. Okay, I'll keep dreaming.
We're never gonna do Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Maybe. But did we like Willow? Did we hate it? Were our reviews very close to get, like, did we all give it a 3? Did we all give it a 9? Were we all over the map? We'll have to find out. And Kelly is so freaking fun and wonderful and bubbly and positive.
Doesn't she dress up in cosplay usually for
Yes.
reviews? Oh.
Yeah, she does.
Can't wait.
No, this time she dresses up as Batman. You're gonna love it. It's perfectly apropos. Now on Thursday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, myself, Sirach, Bonnie Gordon will be reviewing episode 19 of Star Trek Prodigy. That's the brand new episode that drops on Thursday. We'll be reviewing it. It's the penultimate of season 1. And we have a very special guest joining us in theory, in very strong theory. Miss Erin McNamara will be joining us, who wrote the episode. So we are super
Nice.
excited to have her joining us, and she seems like a barrel of fun. Can't wait to hang out with her.
She's a fun follow on Twitter too.
Yes.
Ooh, is she? Great.
Mhm.
Now, back on this channel, Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be right back here with Star Trek and Chill. We talk about Star Trek, we chill, we have beverages, snacks, goodies. I've been eating Muhammad's chocolates that he sent my way. They are irresistibly delicious. They're like, they look at as good as they taste. Like, you want to just admire
Yeah.
how they look.
How
It's
does
amazing.
everybody not eat chocolate in like a day? How are you guys making it last so long?
Mine lasted a week, and that is a miracle because
That's impressive.
Wow.
chocolate, yeah, I love it.
I'm like, who eats food if there's chocolate?
Now, so go check that out. That's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Also, on Sunday, December 25th, if you're looking for an excuse to avoid people that day, we got your back. On the Seventh Rule YouTube channel at Deep Space 9 a.m. Pacific Time. That's Deep Space noon Eastern Time.
Still
The
works.
Seventh Rule has our 200th episode extravaganza. It's extravagant.
Oh my gosh.
And Sirach and I will basically just be closing the book on Deep Space Nine, but also on the first 200 episodes of the Seventh Rule, talking about Aaron, talking about December of 2018, and when we were talking about the show, and then January of 2019, when we first started recording and putting out episodes, and just that whole journey. And then we'll also be moving forward and looking forward to the next generation with Denise Crosby. And then the following week, we will actually be finally reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation with Denise Crosby, Tasha Yar herself. And hopefully she will avoid tar pits.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh my gosh.
So that's it. That's the week. Whew, that was a mouthful. Melissa Longo, can you tell everybody where they can find you online? Oh no, so I'm so sorry. Mohammed, please give us the answer. I can read it all over your face. You're like, what? This was such a great question.
Actually, a couple of people did get it right in there. I saw Glenn Iverson answered it very quickly, and I think Mona, somebody else also answered it in there too. Correct answer was sheep. He said it a couple of times in the episode, maybe like 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4. But he kept on referring to them as sheep, and they were like the foxes or wolves or something like that. But he was wrong. They were not so sheep-like after all.
Good one.
Excellent. I love that.
Amazing.
Thank you, Mohammed.
No problem.
And now, Melissa Longo, can you tell us where we can find you online with the rest of the sheep?
At Melissa Longo, MALISSA, on most social media, and not all of them. And then theintrovertedrepublic.com is where Walking Art
got my bracelet.
Yay! I love that you're wearing that.
It says Deep Space Nine in binary coded.
I love it. I love it. Now, check out Melissa's designs. They're awesome. She has the one shirt you already saw that had a listener and a picture of Guy Nimitz. She has other things to come too.
Yeah.
Awesome work.
I come to when I wake up in the morning. Isn't that you like come to?
Oh yeah.
Does that only work if you passed out?
Yeah.
It's that more like a, you know, really okay. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, where would you like to be found online?
So just Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel
And Tumblr.
Okay,
You're
and
big
then I
on
have
Tumblr.
somebody asked in the live chat if the Indiegogo update will announce before the first Tasha Yar episode, the first Denise Crosby review for TNG, just to let people know, like, will that be an email update?
Oh
So
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
this is
We are going to be banging the drum. We'll let everybody know what's up with that. Who's asking that?
Where did that go? BL. Will the
Hey, BL.
Indiegogo email be updated before the first TNG episode?
I'm not 100% sure what that means. Will the
Is
Indiegogo
it like
email
an
be?
update of the Indiegogo when the first one airs?
But yeah, we'll be sending out. We sent one out a week or 2 ago, just to kind of let everybody know what's to come. But we'll be keeping everybody updated as things progress. But yeah, definitely, you do know that the very first episode will be dropped on Sunday, January 1st at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time.
Happy
the regular
birthday,
time
Muhammad.
slot. Yes. The regular time,
Right.
the regular everything, just new show, new fun. Then Muhammad's birthday, then Melissa's birthday. Then we celebrate and honor our friend, Mr. Aaron Eisenberg after that. Who's the 7th? Somebody's the 7th. Okay.
I remember the 7th. I forget who.
Yes, somebody is January 7th as well. We'll remember as soon as we stop recording, I'm sure. I also think Heather Jordan was somewhere.
I think it was Heather.
Heather's
Was-
is the 8th.
It's later. Yeah, it's a little bit late. The 8th.
My
Okay.
grandma's is the 8th too.
So is Henry.
She's watching.
All right.
Hilarious, Ryan.
Whatever. It's late.
Okay,
And
where
everybody
can we
can-
find you?
Yeah, so sorry. Virtual TrekCon, Falling Tower, and the 7th Rule on all the social medias. Also, if you want to find me specifically on Twitter, you can also just go to Ryan TG Husk. That's at Ryan TG Husk. But you can find us in any of the social media, basically. Seventh Rule, Falling Tower, and Virtual TrekCon. And until next time, everybody.
Muhammad
Watch lots of Star Trek. Get a lot of rest.
We didn't
we
do
did.
Muhammad.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. You got my birthday.
I
That's
need
more
to take a
important.
break. You guys, you guys handle this. Go for it, Mom. It's all right.
That's okay. I'm at Mofnur, M like Michael, A F like Frank, N like November, OOR, Mofnur on what are they? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, all sorts of stuff. And then on YouTube is BioTrekkie, BIOTREKKIE. Thank you.
Wow. Linda Anderegg says her birthday is January 5th.
Oh.
Robert Kaiser says his dad is January 6th. That's the magical day. That's Aaron Eisenberg's birthday. David Gregory says, me mum is January 4th.
Oh, we love David Gregory's mom.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, also,
everybody.
Anne-Marie Siegel has no E in it. So it's just ANN and then Marie.
She's like, stop. I don't want them to find me.
No, I do on Twitter. Yes.
It's Anne Mary. It's spelled Mary, not Marie.
No, MARIE.
Oh my gosh.
All right, everybody.
Congrats. Sorry.
Remember to come right back on this channel on Friday. Going to be live, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, Star Trek and Chill. We're going to be doing more announcements, more fun. This is going to be a wild ride for the next couple months, especially this next week or two.
Get lots of rest, stay hydrated, and watch Star Trek.
Head over to biotrekkie.com and go have some fun. BioTrekkie explains. Sorry, I should say.
Actually, BioTrekkie.com works too.
Okay, good.
I was surprised you knew that. I was like, oh, I didn't know you knew that one.
Everybody does. The poll winner was Voyager, 44%, Enterprise, 24%, Strange New Worlds, 17%, and Prodigy had the least with 13%. But everybody
you need to go watch those first episodes anyway of the year.
Yeah,
because they're fantastic.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, Prodigy, Disco, Picard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. And when you want more BioTrekkie, well, I guess go to BioTrekkie Explains. But if you want, even more BioTrekkie, put it on the main viewer.